Okay, let's see what we got going on. I need someone to get up in here and see if this is even working. Actually, I'm going to do that. Might as well right now. What's up, Chance? How are we doing? Murphy is bending me over backwards today and just letting me know that, hey, there we go. All right, it looks like it's working. We're up and running. We're up and running. The tube. Do. Of course, it didn't do it that way. If this is even working, actually, I'm going to do that as well right now. What's up, Chance? How are we doing?
Cocksuckers.
Murphy is bending me over backwards today and just letting me know that, hey, there we go. All right, it looks like it's working. We're up and running.
Fucking Murphy, you son of a cunt.
What's going on? I'm the 9. How we doing? Are you hearing everything right now? Is everything sounding good? I just got to make sure everything sounds good. First and foremost. First and foremost. And not that this shit fucking matters at all. Let me know. Oh, of course, that's going on too. We're trying to figure some stuff out. Yeah, let's make sure we're hitting that like. Oh, cool. We got a bunch of people watching right now. What's going on, guys? Oh, man, let me tell you what the hell's going on right now. Just a bunch of shit. All sorts of shit's going on. Just trying to deal with technical stuff. All right, cool. I hear you twice, though. Well, that's not me. That's you. Yeah, I didn't do anything, bro. I didn't do anything. All right, let me see how this is looking, too. All right, cool. I can see all you guys up in this chat as well. I just got to play around a little bit. Obviously, you guys can tell I'm not on StreamYard today. Something happened with StreamYard. I have no clue what the hell happened. I got all sorts of shit going on with my fucking computer. Murphy has decided today that today is going to be the best day to come up in here and pretty much make me his little bitch. So, whatever. Cool. You use the breathing technique I talked about last night for my gym session. Yeah, absolutely. It's the best way to lift, honestly. If you just think about your breathing, you're going to be able to lift a lot more weight too, and it's going to just connect with your body so much better. Today's been a hell of a day, though. Not feeling it. Not feeling it at all. I don't mind being live on here. I'm just not feeling the rest of anything. Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. In the military, we used to joke around that Murphy was a person, and that Murphy was just always lurking behind you. Of course, fuck me and the fucking royalty. Oh, no. See, I'm not perfect, guys. I have days. I normally don't have days like this. Normally, I feel like I'm really, really prepared. Shit's all lined up. Shit's streamlined, but I think you got to have days like this where it kind of keeps you on your toes. Are you the type of person that's going to lose it completely? Or do you just fucking roll with the punches? And obviously, you guys can tell. Oh, yeah. I'm a fucking roll with the punches kind of guy. Oh, man. We got 9 people up in the chat right now. How are we looking as far as them likes are concerned? You guys know the fuck, man. We're killing it. You guys are doing way more better. Way more better than normal. How you guys liking that graphic, too? Oh, shit. That looks fucking solid. I just saw that on the tubes. Look at that cover. God damn. Who's excited for this book to be coming out? Because I'll tell you what, I am. It's crazy. I'm seeing a whole bunch of stuff starting to line up. Like, I'm not a big Tim Pool fan, but I had, I believe it was Philip Franklin in the chat. He's like, yo, Corey, you got to listen to this. Corey Biama. He's like, you got to listen to this. Tim Pool's starting to get into this, like, red pill space, even though he's still very much purple pill and all this other shit. But, like, he's been doing these interviews and talking about online dating and a whole bunch of other stuff. And it's crazy because he's literally hitting on. I saw him talking to this one chick today. She had a cute voice, and then I looked at her and I was like, oh damn, post wall for sure. That's why her voice is cute. She's trying to sound sultry. Anyway, it's crazy, man. Everything I talk about in this book, people are starting to talk about. It's starting to get mainstream, and the cool part is I got the answers. Maybe I'll be on Tim Pool's stuff earlier or later this year. Definitely Joe Rogan, like I said. Goddamn Crown's pissing me off today, too. Everything's pissing me off. I'm a ornery, grouchy motherfucker today. Maybe it's because, I'm dieting down. Haven't had sugar in some time. Haven't been able. Believe it or not, though, I'm actually quite happy with this diet right now. I'm feeling good with it. Trying to get fucking lean body for the summer. Trying to get sexy AF. I mean, I'm already there. I'd give myself like a solid 8.5. That's where I'd say I'm at. 8.5 is pretty good. But why not get up to that 10 range? I know Jose Torres is going to come up in this chat at some point in time and say some crazy shit. He's all blowing me up big time. He's like, Corey, you should only be going for 18 to 22-year-olds. It's like, yeah, no fucking shit, Jose. No shit. I would love that. But guess what? Like, that, with the global marketplace today, with the global sexual marketplace, yo, you have to fucking provide such high-level shit for you to be able to get there. Plus, all the social conditioning that these silly girls are being taught that they should be hooking up with guys their own age. All this other shit. Oh, man. Yeah, let's hear that serious question, Tommy Bahama. Scratching at the programming. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I'm ready for this book to come out. Me too. I'm fucking... I think that's why there's like a bit of... I don't want to say the word stress. There's like anticipation. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the type of guy, honestly. I hate holding on to stuff, right? It's like, come on, let's just go. But I gotta do it. Anyway, for those of you guys that are tuning in and are not watching live, the link is in the chat right now for you to be able to get onto my mailing list. I sent out the free chapter again today to those of you guys that didn't open it up yesterday. You fucking silly geese. What are you doing? Don't put yourself on a mailing list in order to get a free chapter and not open up the free chapter. What's wrong with you people? I don't get it. Let me see. Scroll down. Tommy Bahama, you were saying that you're going to ask a question. I don't know what's going on here. You guys are crazies. Fucking crazy maniacs. All right, I can see all that stuff in here. So I'm rocking and rolling on Streamlabs today. Let's, for those of you guys that are watching, I know that we could still do Super Chat right now. We don't need to do a Super Chat. Actually, I want to see if this shit works. For any of those watching that want to donate today, let's do a donation to Streamlabs. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. Why am I doing that? Because why the fuck not? There's supposed to be something that like pops up or something. I don't know. I probably got to tailor that a little bit better, but I did organize it. Let's see if that works. Streamlabs.com/GodAmongstMen Uno. And that way there I will be able to get most of them monies. Not like with the Super Chat. Even though I'm really glad and grateful for you guys doing Super Chats and all that stuff. Still waiting on a question. I saw that email. Is that the same chapter you sent a week ago or another one? It's the same chapter. I'm not sending out the whole book. Oh, man. I mean, I could send out a new chapter, but then, I mean, whatever. Who cares? I'm ready for the fucking heads to explode, though. Shit digging into my head today. Fuck. So, yeah, Murphy's all up in my butt today. How annoying. Just wasn't feeling it. Woke up this morning. I was like, fuck, man. Knew that it was a rest day for the gym, which I hate, but I'm being told that I have to. Oh, sweet. Tommy Bahama, I can't bring questions up onto... Actually, you know what? Let's play around with this. I don't know if I can do that via stream. Let's see. Go to channel, block report. No. You cutting right now, Corey? Yes, I am. I typed it once, but delete. I don't know what you're talking about there. Yeah, I can't bring comments onto the screen because it's not StreamYard today. So Tommy Bahama is asking, I have one really good friend. His hot 21-year-old niece wants to get it, I'm pretty sure. Would that be messed up? No, it wouldn't be messed up. Why would that be messed up? It's his fucking niece, first and foremost. You know? Second of all, she's already probably getting it. Who cares, right? It's not your job to protect her, right? If she's making these choices in her life, it's not your job to protect her. If dude gets mad, be like, what? Like, it's 21-year-old ass, bro. I don't get that opportunity all the fucking time. Piss off. Yeah. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about right now. I like StreamYard so much better. Fuck. 19 viewers up in the chat right now, though. Let's make sure we hit that like button. Oh, my God. Only 15 likes. 23 watching. What the heck? What's up with you guys? Anyway, yeah, so today I did not go to the gym. I instead just went to jiu-jitsu. That's kind of part of my cardio. Great jiu-jitsu day, though. Learned some fucking, shouldn't say learned. No, I'll say learned. I learned some shit today, which was awesome. Learned how to do a sliding leg sweep, single leg, which I thought was epic, and I might actually try to play with. If you guys are doing jiu-jitsu and you don't do fucking takedowns, what the hell is wrong with you? Train like you fight, man. Seriously, don't try to train this fucking competitive jiu-jitsu bullshit where you just sit on your butt. You're not going to get into a damn street fight and sit on your butt and let someone kick you right in your teeth, are you? You got to learn how to grapple, man. You got to learn how to take people down. You got to learn how to charge ahead. You got to do these things. I'm telling you. It's uncomfortable. It sucks. It's really weird. We as human beings are not very well trained as far as fighting. Like, just in general. I talk about this in the book. Hey, now. Opening this puppy up. Wish this shit had caffeine, though. Fuck. Dragging ass today, guys. Oh, yeah. That is the ticket. That's the ticket. Thus far, what I've eaten today so far, you guys, I don't know if any of you guys could do this, honestly. Maybe Josh Costanza. He's the only one that I think that could possibly do it, but yeah, it's judo, fool. Where do you think jiu-jitsu came from? Judo is the standing up martial art. Jiu-jitsu is the second half of judo, essentially, right? This is how the samurais trained. They trained in order to take someone down in hand-to-hand combat. And then the jiu-jitsu part was when they were on the ground, how to mess up their opponent. Sad part was today I was the highest belt in class. So I had to go a little bit easy. I say a little bit, though. I don't try to go in there and beat up all the white belts and the blue belts. I only save that for higher belts and people my belt, my rank. Except for this one blue belt kid. I hate him. I haven't rolled him in forever, though. He got all butthurt last time we rolled. But he tried to go way too hard, dude. Like, hey, if you're trying to turn up the volume on me and do some silly shit, like especially stuff you're not supposed to do as a blue belt, like fucking heel hooks and fucking knee locks and shit like that, like, I'm going to mess you up. I don't care. Right? Like, if you're trying to be cheap and not play by the rules and technically hurt me just to win, I'm going to fucking turn up the volume and put all my fucking pressure on you. I don't care. And then you'll have the audacity afterwards to, like, whine like a little bitch. It's like, get the fuck off the mat. We're not rolling here for the fucking world championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of the biggest things that I talk about. When I roll, I'm not rolling for a gold medal, right? I'm rolling in order to learn. It's like one part therapy, one part like training to fucking kill, and then one part like working out, right? It's like, and then actually I'd even throw in another one. It's also like one part learning. So those are like 4 parts there, right? You want to learn to grow. You're not in there to try to, you're in there to win. But then there's some days where you're just like, I'm here to like work on like three things. something I had to change a little while ago too, in me when I roll, is I wouldn't go in with a strategy necessarily, like things that I want to work on or like positions that I want to get myself into in order for me to get better with them, right? So it all started probably about 2 years ago when I was a blue belt, and I was like, man, my fucking grips suck. So I realized before that I was just focusing on like surviving and like trying to win and get better positions. But then I was like, dude, in order for your grips to get better, you need to like be paying attention to your hands, right? Absolutely, one part meditation for sure. I was like, you got to be paying attention to your hands and where you're placing your hands all the time. If you guys watch any higher level jiu-jitsu player, they're always grabbing something on their opponent. They're always grabbing something, right? So then that was my thing, because I would sit there sometimes, and as a blue belt, right, you're sitting there and you're just kind of like trying to shrimp and figure stuff out. And it's like, all right, put a grip somewhere where you can be able to control the amount of pressure that's placed and the opponent's position and so forth. Even when you're standing or you're kneeling, it's like you need to be grip fighting. You need to be doing it. And like, oh my God, I'll tell you, especially because I got into jiu-jitsu at 31, I think. So pretty like older in life. And like, you got to go through the growing pains of like how jiu-jitsu is, right? Like fucking turf toe, getting the mat burns all over your feet, grips. Oh my God, grips are crazy, right? And then like, and that's kind of the funny part too about where I'm at in life too, is if you were to like look at my physique, I used to have way, way bigger arms, like way better looking, like sculpted arms. And now I have like fighter's arms, because your body and your extremities need to adapt to jiu-jitsu essentially, right? So it takes time. It takes time for your body to get used to it. So for quite some time, I wasn't really thinking. I was just reacting. And then I started to realize that my grips were terrible and that I wasn't using my legs a lot either. So then the first thing was exactly like what I was just saying. Like, okay, what I'm going to work on right now is I'm going to work on getting out of someone's side control, and I'm going to work on maintaining my grips, or I'm going to work on maintaining my grips, and I want to try to do more X passes. And I want to make sure that I can get the flower sweep or the pendulum sweep or whatever. So I gave myself like 3 things to really start to improve on, all situational. So instead of rolling and going in there and trying to like rip someone's head off and win, instead it was like, okay, because you're not going to win every single time. You're not going to win every single time. But you can win in a different way by becoming better through working on the things that you know you're weak at. So like, let's say you get your butt kicked, right? What's up, Lou Piazza? How are we doing today? Good to see you in here. You can still feel like you've walked away accomplished, knowing now that you've worked on some things, like you played your own game. Excuse me. Ugh. And that's actually probably the biggest lesson in jiu-jitsu is, and just with things in general in life, is that's a good perspective to have, right? There's so many people that think that the game is only meant to be played one way. And the reality is, like, you can apply the way that you play the game, and that's how you can walk away feeling happy about stuff too. Like having situations in life happen that don't necessarily go your way, but you played it by your rules. You played it the way you wanted to, and you found some success in growing there. It's kind of like what's recently happened. I could probably say too that I've been quite frustrated lately too, because I've been able to start really seeing people's true colors, especially with like the launch of this book. I've been able to really, really start to see people's true colors. And just recently I've made some decisions in my life to really play by my rules, right? And work situations into my favor, into my domain, and be happy with that. And I think that, no matter what the outcome is, it's the same thing with dating, guys. Honestly, that's really, really what it comes down to with dating is, sure, you're not going to win every single time. You're not going to get the clothes. You're not going to have a girl Fuck. Man. You're not going to have a girl that's always going to be into you. And I can even say that probably the last 2 dates that I've gone on. I've had a couple happen in the last couple months. It's been shitty too. Jose Torres is going to get on me about this, but they've been older women, right? And the thing is, and I've talked to you guys about it lately, you know, the thing with older women is like I roll the dice because it is a 50-50. They're either going to be post-wall and ornery and think that their value's so high and that they've learned lessons now that they're in their epiphany phase, and they're going to try to like hold you to the old school traditional 3 dates and I'm not a slut kind of thing, right? But the fact of the matter is she's already ridden the carousel and she's been a slut. So it's like you're still a slut. Now you're just a stupid slut, right? Or you go out with these women or you invite them over and it's a fucking home run right off the bat, right? So it's 50-50 for sure. Anyway, the thing that it comes down to with dating and how this correlates is you got to go into the date knowing what your game plan is, and you got to execute your game plan. And if your game plan doesn't work, at least you executed your game plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least you did what you came up with your plan and you executed it that way. And there's no taking that away from you. Sure. Is there time to like afterwards maybe reassess? Absolutely. But then sometimes you can just realize, well, I shot my shot and that's kind of it. And the reasons why you shot your shot. I hope that's making sense, because a lot of these times you're really just going to be dealing with people that you weren't going to get along with in the first place. So you might as well hold your boundaries and hold your barriers, right? And hold your non-negotiables and all that other stuff and take the shot and see right off the get-go and just walk away knowing, well, you know what? I got my answers. And that's what recently has happened with me, with different types of relationships in my life, where it's like, I now know the answer, right? I think that's huge. Fuck. What's going on here today? There we go. Wonder if that changed anything. Let me take a gander. Oh, I look way more sexy. That's right. I got a recurve and a compound. I have both as well. 29 people in the chat. How many likes are we looking at right? Yeah. 20. Let's get those up. That is unsatisfactory. I'm the 9. What kind of compound do you have? I have a Matthews. I would love to get a new one. Mine's a bit older, 2013 helium. But I got to be honest with you. It's still a solo cam, and it's not a split limb. But in comparison to all the models that are out right now, when I actually go and hunt with it, when I'm carrying that thing out in the backcountry, it's so fucking light. It's amazing, and it's still, I mean, it does the job. So I would definitely love to get a new bow, but still keep my helium as well. I got a single point sight on it too. I got the Trigicon mono sight when it first came out, and I don't like it. I want to go back to a multi-pin. I want to go 3-pin and then still have the ability to change the range with a dial. I'd like that, but I just I can't spend the money on that shit right now, to be honest with you. Can you still be masculine and wear a pink shirt, t-shirt? Yes, you can. I have like a purple tie-dye shirt that I rock in the summer, especially when I'm fucking tan and jacked with my fucking ripped, I got some ripped or distressed jorts, jean shorts, and some Vans. I'm telling you guys, lady killer. What, RPG George, what's up? You going to Vegas? Cool. I didn't see his response to that. Thinking of cruising up that way and saying what up to the good people. Didn't buy a ticket, but will most likely make the after party. Cool. I think it's not really an after party, it's a pre-party that Friday night. Exactly. I like that, RPG George. Always stack the deck in your favor. Use the cards in your hand. Keep learning and keep moving forward. Perfect. PR Reed says, I'm 33 and thinking about getting into BJJ and wonder how the guys at the gym would be. I guess it's more like a brotherhood. Is it more like a brotherhood, or is it going to be guys trying to mess me up because they can? It depends on the attitude of the gym, but from everything I've experienced is that most people that do BJJ are very humble, and they understand the learning process, and they usually don't do that. But there is the occasional guy that comes in with a chip on the shoulder and tries to mess people up. There's the occasional gym that's like that too, so do your research. Feel out the vibe. Oh, hey now. I'm probably not going to go if I don't have a ticket unless we're doing a hot dude con. Is the WarTribe site still under maintenance? Why are you not able to get onto it? Because everybody else is telling me that it's fine. What do you hunt, Corey? I just recently did a boar hunt earlier this year. Well, sorry, last year, actually. And then I hunt big game, although I haven't ever taken down a fucking deer yet. I'm so pissed. And then I've hunted hog and goat, and I've done a lot of pheasant hunting. Never with the bow, though, for pheasant hunting. So a lot of bird hunting in my day. But I really, really, really want to get out. I went elk hunting a couple times. My buddy got one. I didn't. And, oh my God, 90-pound draw weight. Holy shit. That's crazy. My buddy got a beautiful, beautiful spike that I got to help him pack out. And then we got to eat the heart later that night and then the back straps. It was fucking so good. Elk is honestly one of the best tasting fucking animals on the planet. That's why I'm trying to move to a location where I can go elk hunting. I got my spot. The sit bounced on me today. Cool. Hey, chillax, boy, on the bed. Good man. Thank you. Would love to rifle hunt mule deer out west. Absolutely. I killed that. So I've killed hog before with my bow. I killed a pretty nice exotic ram as well with my bow. I've never killed anything with a rifle in my life except for humans that I know of, or that I don't know of, whatever. I don't think, I didn't get to tell that story on War Story Sunday. But that's the only thing I've ever shot at and or killed with a rifle as human beings. So I never killed an animal with a rifle. And I got to. I brought my bow out on this last hunt that I went on last April. And I brought my bow, and then a buddy of mine had a rifle. And I was like, let me try that. Because I was trying to hit this one hog. I had her perfectly at 188. And I was going to let it rip too. I felt really comfortable in that position. And then the guide, because we were doing a guided hunt for that. It was on private property. And he's like, no, let's go stalk it. I was like, dude, are you serious? He's like, yeah, let's go stalk it. We'll be able to come up on her. I was like, all right, cool, let's do this. So I ended up shooting her at about 30 yards, I think. Came up right behind her. It's fucking really cool. But I would say bow is way, way more fun. And then after I killed her, big sow too. Jeez, she was pretty. Still got some sausages in the freezer too. Then for the next 3 days, we went out turkey hunting. And that was probably one of the best hunts of my life. That was so much fun. I learned how to call. I was out probably the good majority of the day doing what I can to get close to those things. We were in this crazy canyon up in Coalinga, California. And it would sound like these turkeys were literally like 20 yards away, but they'd be like 500 yards away. Fucking awesome. It was so good. Moose meat will change your life. Best damn meat ever. 1,000 pounds dressed out. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever had moose. I really would love to do that. Those things are fucking insane animals. I'd definitely like to get my way up north into the Canada, the Canadian land, and hit some moose for sure. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much all. I mean, that's pretty much all I want to hunt. My friend, he's a big time hunter. He lives out in Idaho, and he's the one that I went elk hunting with. And he's done fucking practically everything. Now his goal is to get out to Alaska and do a Dall sheep hunt. Like, I don't like eating sheep. I'm not gonna lie. I think goat and sheep is disgusting. I hate it. It's got a fucking nasty aftertaste. Not a fan whatsoever. Lamb, I can kind of get down on. Like, I can get down on some shawarma, and I can definitely do some lamb chops with some mint jelly. That's how I was raised. My grandfather used to bring the mint jelly out, and I'd be like, what the hell is that? He's like, don't knock it until you try it. But I can't find mint jelly around anywhere, so fucking California. Shit, up until fucking 5 years ago, they didn't have horseradish out here. Like, how the hell you guys eat fucking prime rib? Crazy maniacs. Roast beef sandwiches with that fucking horseradish mayo sauce? Get out of town. It's the only way to do business. The East Coast gets some things right, but not really. Not the majority of stuff. What do we got going on here? How would you respond to a 21-year-old plate who got mad at him saying, the guy who should be interested in me should text me how my day is? I told her I only want to use the phone for setting dates. I like it. What she's trying to do is set your terms, and she's trying to get you to acquiesce. That's a total fucking shit test. It's like, what she's really saying to you is, I like how you keep me distant, and I like how I can't control you, so please keep on doing it. Don't explicate anything. Don't explain to her anything, right? I wouldn't even have responded. Or I would have said something along the lines like, oh, pipe down, sweetie, or something like that. Or like, you're so cute when you get angry. Like, just what's it called? Deviate from the subject. I'll tell you guys about my date last night. Fucking garbage. Saw a meme on Facebook today that designated different gods to every zodiac sign. I got Odin, baby. That's fucking legit. I wonder what I am. Tell me what I am. My birthday's on the 22nd, on Saturday. Holy shit. Fuck, that's 3 days away. I don't really celebrate my birthday, although this year I did something a little bit, I guess, special. I got about 4.5 pounds of ribeye sitting in my refrigerator that's been dry aging for now, I think, about 40 some odd days. So I'm going to get down on some dry aged ribeye and see how that turns out. Go hang out with one of my boys and eat some fucking ribeye. It's okay too. It's my cheat meal. Hell yeah, elk, I need some. There's none in California. There's some on Tejon Ranch. If you want to pay $25,000 for a nice Roosevelt. Nothing makes you feel better than hitting a target with a heavy draw bow. I haven't ever had bear. I heard the only time you want to eat bear is after the blueberry season, right? Or the blackberries, after they eat blackberries, because the meat is sweeter. Which I can kind of agree, because you don't really want to be... I don't know many animals that eat other animals that you really want to eat. Number one, trichinosis. Only a knife cataloose would find the hogs and bay them up, and then we'd turn the pits in to catch them on the ear, walk up and grab the leg and stab them in the heart, dead in seconds. That's cool. Coalinga is an hour away from where I grew up, near Monterey. It's beautiful and full of hogs. Exactly. Dude, the turkey there are fucking insane too, bro. The canyons there are just perfect spots for the turkey. Fucking awesome. Not a fair fight. Well, Corey, we are celebrating. Thank you. So I went out on a date last night. As you guys heard yesterday on the air, I was supposed to go out with this 29-year-old, I think, Hispanic girl at 8:30. But then I was talking to this little bit older woman, 35, I believe she was. And we had matched that day, and she started kind of going hard in the paint, wanting to meet up. And I was like, awesome, let's do this kind of deal. So I started throwing out the sexual innuendo. She was biting. She was throwing out the hooks. I was like, okay. She's like, hey, let's meet up now kind of deal. And I was like, fucking word. She picked a spot. Normally, I don't allow girls to do that. I pick the spots, but it was actually closer than the place that I normally pick. So I was like, I know that spot. I'll be there. I was like, all right. Game plan then. Game plan is to meet up with her and escalate and seduce as soon as possible to test the waters in order to get her back to my place ASAP, right? She gets a drink. I'm trying to kind of like speed things up and push it and all this other stuff and say, let's get out of here. And then she starts hitting me with all the personal questions and all this other shit. And it was a weird environment to be in too, because there's like trivia night going on and the fucking music kept coming on and all this other stuff. And there's a whole bunch of fucking people like sitting right next to me. It was too close. It wasn't a good date spot, to be honest with you. And she was like in fucking kind of mother hen mode. I was like, huh. And I was throwing my best stuff at her. I wouldn't say my best stuff, to be honest with you. I was actually like mediocre. I was kind of just like lazy dicking it, to be honest with you. But I was touching and feeling. She has this big old fat booty that I was like, all right, cool. I even threw it out there. I was like, I'm going to take you back to my place and oil that booty up and spank you. And she's like, we'll see about that. She didn't say like not tonight or anything. I was like, all right, cool. We're just warming her up right now. And then we started talking and she's like, so like, what type of dating are you into? Because you've been single for some time now. And I was like, well, it depends on the relationship that we decide upon kind of deal, or that I kind of decide upon. And she's like, oh, well, I'm looking for something more long-term and all this other shit. She's like, I'm not just looking to have a fuck buddy kind of deal. And I was just like, girls always say that shit. Anyway, then she starts laying in and saying stuff like she's not really, I forgot exactly how it came up, but I'll give you the end state of really how this all fucking went down to is I just called her out on her bullshit. She's like 35 years old. She's already been on the cock carousel, self-admittedly. She says this. She's like, up until about 2 or 3 years ago, I would just kind of have sex willy-nilly or whatever with all this other stuff. And I realized blah, 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 blah. And I kind of like laughed at her. Like I laughed in her face. And normally I'm not really that confrontational, but I was just like kind of flabbergasted because I forgot what she said to me. She said something about not being sure as to whether or not she wanted to have sex with me yet. And it's like, then I called her out on her bullshit. I was like, you're so full of shit. I just straight up said that to her. I was like, you're so full of shit. It's ridiculous. I was like, within seconds of matching with someone, whether or not you're going to have sex with them. That's pretty much what the online dating thing is. I was like, she's like, no, that's not necessarily. I was like, okay, well, here's the thing is sometimes, here's the progression. I was like, here's the progression. Seeing as this is pretty much her fucking cold ass womb fucking coming out and creeping up. I was like, you decide within a second of swiping on someone whether or not you'd have sex with them. And then you match with them. And then you get to go through more photos and kind of settle down a little bit more and figure that out. Then through the conversation, you're like, yeah, she's total epiphany phase. It's fucking ridiculous. Then you're still continuing and saying, essentially, if you continue the conversation, I'd have sex with him. Then you decide to meet up. And it's like, okay, well, now I'm going to see this person in person. And if it's good, you're going to want to have sex with them. If it's not good, like if they meet the criteria for the photos and all that stuff, then it's a no, right? You know these things. And she's like, no, I'm not like that. And it's like, bitch. I started laughing. So she tells me all this stuff, and I just straight up looked at her, and I was like, you know what? I was like, let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone on a date before and just hooked up with a guy after just first meeting him? She's like, oh, yeah, absolutely. It was like, so now what you're trying to do is you're trying to change the way that you operate and do business, and I'm like, you're old. I was like, you're old. You should have made those decisions when you were fucking 20 years old. I was like, now you got to kind of now you just got to live the life that you've chosen to live for the last 15 years. And she didn't get offended, believe it or not. I was expecting her to be like, oh my God. But she tells me that she has a friend. She has a male friend who is just like me. She's like, oh my God, I have a male friend who's just like you. He has all these girls on rotation and all this other stuff. And he tells me very similar stuff. And I was like, what does that mean? Honestly, it means that she's fucked him as well. Right. And right now she's trying to hide something and she's trying to be a certain way. Yes. Yeah. I don't know what she was trying to hide. Maybe she was hiding the fact that she was on her period. I know she went and did a hike a little bit earlier before that. Maybe she didn't shower and she got fucking stank puss going on. Maybe she looked at me as potential boyfriend material and she was trying to hold these fucking put these metrics on me and these parameters. I don't know what it was, but either way, there was no crack in that nut. So I was just like, this has been a great conversation. I think you're full of shit. I think you do want to have sex with me. I think us having sex would be fucking way better than what you're trying to do right now, but by trying to limit me. And, I don't know where to go from here, but if this isn't going to happen tonight, then maybe we could try another night or something like that. So she's like, okay, well, I'll pay for my drink then. I was like, no, I'm going to pay for your fucking drink. They have my card anyway. She's like, okay. So I was like, hey, get the check. And then her fucking attitude changes. So we're getting up to leave. And now she starts to fucking be less of an ice queen and less of a dictator. And it's because, I said another thing to her too. And here's the thing, guys. This is essentially really what it comes down to is now we're walking in the territory of negotiating desire. And I don't do that. Now it also comes down to her trying to dictate the terms for sex, which I don't fucking deal with either, right? It's like she's looking for a blue-pilled alpha type that she can control 100%. And that's not me, right? She could tell by the way that I turn my body away from her. Oh, that's the other thing too she said to me. She's like, I don't know if I like your fucking cocky responses. I don't know if I'd be able to deal with that. And it's like, yes, you can. You can. And they're not cocky. It's just me having fun. Like, you need to lighten up. You're way too uptight about this stuff. And she's like, yeah, well, you could be right. It's like, no, bitch. It's not you could be right. It's you are right. I'm an uptight bitch. And, like, I need to fucking chill the fuck out. Like, again, going back to all this stuff. If you're 35 years old, you're post-wall, right? You're quickly approaching the wall. You don't have anything to fucking offer other than your fucking pussy and being able to like clean up my goddamn apartment and be as feminine as possible. You cannot be an ornery fucking boss babe. You cannot be that way. It's like, I think I told a story earlier. I banged this one chick a little while ago when I had my CrossFit gym. And then after I closed down my gym, she actually starts her own business. She's vegan, fucking stupid. And she opens up the smoothie place in the middle of like a pretty popular town and it becomes like hip and all this other shit. And now she thinks she's like fucking Little Miss Boss Babe and all this other stuff. And I hit her up. Like, this is after like 4 years of not talking to each other. Actually, she hits me up or something like that because she saw me on Facebook or whatever. And I was like, let's hang out. And she's like, okay, what are we going to do? And I was like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to fuck like minxes like we did fucking last time. And she's like, oh, I'm not like that anymore. It's like, she's like, I'm respectable now because I'm a respected businesswoman in fucking this town. It's like, like, just have to fucking laugh so hard in your face. Like, no, you're that little whore that I shoved 3 fingers in your asshole with and made you come from that. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't unfuck your way to respect. Like, if you're that type of woman that fucked a shit ton in her past and was that type of woman, you cannot outlive that reputation. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't. Men, we have the ability to fucking change our stars after we make a few mistakes, right? Like, that's kind of the beauty of being a man. I mean, I think there's a few things that you can't. Like, unfortunately, if you suck some dick and stuff like that, you're kind of fucked there in that department, right? You cross the line. But up to that point, you could probably go and be a fucking heroin addict and junkie and all this other stuff, and maybe fucking stealing tape decks out of cars and shit, and doing shady shit, and then actually have a fucking turnaround in life and still be respected later on. But as a girl, no, those fucking dicks are fucking printed on your forehead. And when people see a fucking plethora of dicks and that you used to be a little fucking slooty sloot, like, there's no going back, sweetheart. I'm sorry. How much is a shit ton? What are we talking about here? A shit ton of dicks. I'd say, it depends on age too. But I present my case in my new book. If you guys can't see what my book is, it's called A Patriarch's Vision, Purging Feminism. It's a pretty cool book. I don't know if you guys have seen the title or the what's it called yet? The book cover, but it's pretty cool. Maybe I'll share it with you guys at some point. That's why there's a saying, if I hit it once, I can hit it twice. Exactly. Because at some level, you own that girl's soul. Once you've been in it, it's much easier to get back in it. And once you've given it up, sweetheart, guess what? That level of respect, you've lost that power. You've lost that power. That's why you should keep those legs closed. Only give it up to men that fucking deserve it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here with this girl, and it's like, man, first and foremost, you're probably like a 6.5, but you got a fat booty, like fat booty. And I was just hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to get some strange. I get sick and tired of the girls that I have on my rotation. Like, it's not fun anymore. So I was like, all right, let's try something new if she's throwing it out there. And then I get this attitude, and it's like the biggest fucking boner killer possible. It's like, ugh, here we go again. This fucking entitled little princess that thinks that I'm somehow going to respect her for her standing her ground. Like, no, I don't respect that. I do not respect it at all. Seriously, the hymen collector strikes again. Oh, man. So there's that. That's how the date turned out. I haven't texted her yet today. I don't believe she's going to text me either. But you know what? I might be a dirty little savage. And maybe text her and just be like, come over. Just to see if that nut is loosened up, like that shell is cracked. But yeah, unattractive. I shouldn't text her. I should not text her. I should just let that one go. But I might just throw that bone out there real quick just to see if she's got a little bit of a change of heart. Who knows? Either way, I wouldn't get butthurt if she responded, if she didn't respond or any of that stuff. Oh, man. Maybe after a fucking little bit of fucking nappy poo for her last night, she could maybe, I don't know. Yeah, hit that like, guys. Where we at? I'm going to probably have to yell at you guys. Yeah, 43 watching and 30. There we go. 31. Come on. Someone else hit that like. Come in. What is she blew a bunch of dudes, only sleep with a few? No, she's No, it's, man, I'm telling you, where I live is just, it's full of these women that are just so caught up on thinking that, like I said the other day, they're married to their positions at work. Like, that's their number one relationship. Their number one relationship is their work relationship, who they are, the identity they have at work, the relationships that they have at work. That's everything to them. That's the millennial women replaced the traditional roles of being a stay-at-home mom and being a mother with the relationship of going and working in corporate America and thinking that that's a better direction for them. And it's funny because I love watching this because we got some new buns that are getting ready to come out of the oven this next generation that's coming out of high school right now, these 18-year-old girls that are going to be coming out, seeing all these silly girls doing all the dirty on fucking Snapchat, selling their pussies to fucking Tinder for sugar daddies, right? Seeing all these fucking 34-year-old barren wombs that are now preaching feminism and all this other stuff, working these corporate roles. I think these girls are going to come out and they're going to be like, well, let's be different from those. And they're going to be hot and sexy. And they're going to be like, ooh, boy, I just want to find me a good-looking man that has his stuff together, who's a boss, who wants to just come up in here and marry me. And I'm going to give my hymen up to him. And he can impregnate me. And I'll just be a mom for a little while. You know, take care of the kids, do what I got to do. And that should be all right. Just sit there and be feminine. That's it. It's okay. Like, that's all women got to do. They just got to join the party, join the club. Just sit there and be a cute little woman. You know, I'm not saying you got to be stupid, but I'm also saying you don't need to be confrontational either. Like, again, that chick last night, I presented stuff to her. Like I said, I'm not getting into arguments with her. I'm just like, no, like your theory, like your ideas are wrong here. Like you're full of shit, right? And here's why. It's not like, well, here, you know, sexual market. No, it's just like, no, you're full of shit. You're wrong. Like your philosophy's wrong, and this is why. Like you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're hurting yourself here. It's like you got a good-looking dude in front of you that you could have fun with at least for a little while, right? You don't know where it's gonna go. Give in. Be submissive. No. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, check, please. Check, please. I'll take that. Thank you very much. You know? Well, it has to happen, Tony S. It has to happen. And besides, we also have 49 people watching now and only 38 likes. So for those of you guys that just came in, you better hit that like button or I will... I don't know what I can say there that wouldn't insinuate some kind of violence, so I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I talk about SSRIs and women on antidepressants in my new book. I think it's even in the chapter that I sent out. I hit some of those things. God, I'm looking at that book cover right now, and that fucking artist that put my face on there, that he drew everything. But goddamn, that looks fucking real AF. I'm a little bit too white there, though. But, hey, you know, white is right. Oh, man. Gotta do it. Gotta say those things just for fun. Why not? Gotta fucking... They're gonna call me racist, sexist, fucking xenophobic, and all that shit anyway, so... Might as well fucking stoke the fires. Oh, man. Man, I'll tell you what else, too. I fucking reset my Tinder, or not my Tinder. I can't reset my Tinder until the new month. My little sis is dating the biggest soy boy ever. I don't know what the hell she's doing. Your little sis is dating. She's being taught to go after those kinds of guys. It's safe. He's going to let her do whatever she wants. It's not until her biological clock really starts ticking where she's going to be like, ooh, I really want an older man that has his shit together. You know, social media, all the media, everything teaches these girls, be with guys your age, and walk all over them, right? Because they're going to treat her like a fucking princess. And it's comfortable. So I reset my Bumble today, started it back up, still getting a whole bunch of hogs popping up. I mean, 30, 32 to whatever. And I got my settings set lower than that for sure. Couple hotties that pop up. But I don't know what's up, man. Get out of here. Shut up. I don't care about these fucking 30-year-old women. Honestly. I'll just set it down low tonight for a little bit. And then plow through that. And then once I plow through that, oh, hey now, what's up, girl? It's just whatever. And I guess where I'm getting at right now is this. I feel like right now, again, online dating apps are just garbage. I'm not trying to knock online dating. I feel like there's something up with them, though. I think there's something up lately. That's it. It's kind of all I got to say about that. It's just power bomb them. I'm the 9 is giving you the lesson, I guess, here. All pro Lemonton. is you just need to powerbomb them. Any thoughts on lying Tinder women up who show up 25 pounds fatter and 10 years older than their pictures? Thanks, Corey. Any thoughts on lying Tinder women? Oh, like you're asking what are your thoughts on that? Well, first and foremost, you need to have a better protocol. The thing you got to realize is whatever photo she shows on there, you need to already add 10 to 15 to 20 pounds, and you got to knock her down about two SMV points. You got to do that. So you also got to understand the camera angles. Like, what is she showing? Because she's only going to show her best foot forward, so to speak, right? So when I see a woman who's she's not showing her whole body, or she's only showing like just the tits but none of her arms, I'm automatically going to assume that she has fat arms. And I'm pretty good at being able to detect all that stuff. But the thing that you're going to want to do is this. If you're on Bumble, the cool thing about Bumble is you could video chat and get that bitch on the fucking video chat and be like, show me your body, right? Like, do it in a playful way. Be like, show me that body. I need to see that stuff. So, or if she has an iPhone and you have an iPhone, FaceTime always beforehand. And that way there, you're not showing up and seeing a whale. The next thing is this. You got to go to that date, if you haven't done that, expecting her to be 15 to 20 pounds heavier and saying, you know what, if she shows up that way, I'm still going to go for it. Unless it's just that bad, right? Unless it's just that bad. But I've shown up to the date hungry, where my mind, because I'm showing up to this date, I'm primed, I'm ready to go. I'm like, all right, little man, Thor's hammer, he's getting some action tonight. We're going for it. He's like, yeah, we're going for it. We're going to do this. And it's like, yeah, we're hungry. Let's go. Let's go get some food. It's like, yeah, awesome. And then we show up at the restaurant and they're like, oh, your favorite meal is not on the menu today. And you're like, fuck. All right, well, I'll go for my number 2. Fuck it. Who cares? I'm hungry. Let's go. I need to eat food right now. So that's my take on it. You can stand your ground if you want to while you're there, but I usually just let that happen through my disposition. They kind of know. They know that they pulled one on you, and you could just be like less interested. And usually that gets them to come to you more and easier. So, speaking of, I'm hungry. So I'm going to text this girl. Where are you? Where are you? I never save girls' numbers on my phone either. Oh, man. Mm-hmm. She's probably already been plowed through by 3 dudes. Ugh, that's the other thing that's starting to get me going here, but whatever. I went on a Tinder date. I thought she was going to be a hard 8. I got there and her body was on point, but so much acne. Yeah, they're really good at putting those filters on. I don't care about the face really so much anymore. I mean, if it was disgusting like pizza face acne, I'd probably be a little bit, yeah, whatever. Unless it's covered up by makeup, then okay. But the body is that's really all I care about, because that's all I'm really looking at. So if it's a nice 8 body, ooh, she'd be getting it. Unless she looked like a fucking Mangalore or whatever with her face. Can't be doing that shit. Facebook has a dating feature now. Ha ha ha. I didn't see that. I didn't know that. I have a big hottie that I hit up on IG. I was really popular in high school, so 6 to 8 years later, some of these less popular girls still see me as having social proof. That's fucking weird, man. That's crazy. I've moved around so much that couldn't apply to me. I just need to get fucking IG sexy for the global marketplace. That's all. That'll happen by the end of this year. I assure you. Face shots can be a liar's game. Tit shots too. Look for that belly and the fat arms. Exactly. Absolutely. Also look at the jawline too. You'll be able to see kind of from that and how kind of loose or whatever the neck is to be able to determine that. Hot girls show all the good stuff, man. So, I mean, if she's not doing that, you got to automatically assume. Knock her down, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Fact. That was a good one. 47 viewers. How are we looking on the old likey poos? 44? Oh, I'll take that. Any of you new viewers that are in here, make sure you're hitting that like button, or else face the wrath of Khan, which means you'll have nightmares later on tonight because you didn't hit the like button. It'll be nightmares of... Actually, I can't tell you what it is, but I was just thinking about like being tickle tortured, where you're laughing and having fun and then it just gets too annoying and you're like, fuck, I want this to stop. So you're trapped in this fucking environment where it's like good, but then it just keeps turning worse and you're like, I need this to stop, and then it doesn't. Yeah, so hit the like button, guys. Anyway, with that said, hopefully StreamYards will be up and running tomorrow. I mean, Streamlabs hasn't been too terrible, but I would really like StreamYards to be up and running. I love collarbones. Yep, fatties don't have them for sure. If you are not aware, I'm clicking a lot of stuff right now. If you're not aware, come March 1st, well, first and foremost, Patriarch's Vision, Purging Feminism, will be released on March 1st. If you're not on the mailing list, please do make sure you get on the mailing list. Why? Because you'll get a free chapter on top of a whole bunch of updates on what I have going on with that. I got to apologize to my Patreon members. I should have posted up, I tried to post up some interviews last night, my post-smash interviews and my fragrance reviews, but apparently the file size is too big, and I got to learn how to compress my audio files. Silly. It's only fucking 20 minutes. It's like, what's going on here, Patreon? Get out of here. You're fucking killing me. Killing me. So what I'm telling you, Murphy and technology have teamed up to just, like, destroy my butthole. You're not helping here. Oop, new Tinder. What do you got going on here, Monica? Let's see what we got going on here. You guys want to hear about Monica? I don't even know who she is, so that's a good sign. Hello, hello. Oh, never mind. 5 miles away, kind of thick. I'm going to go in for the kill right away. Fuck. She'd be like, what are you doing tonight? Come see me. It's working now if you want to go ahead and log in again. Okay, thank you, StreamYard. So we'll have StreamYard up and running tomorrow. What was I talking about? I was talking about WarTribe. I am going to... Oh, yeah, I was talking about Patreon. I'll get my Patreon shit sorted here in a second. Apologies on that. Obviously, I'm new to Patreon, so I'm trying to figure all that stuff out. WarTribe memberships, guys. Honestly, WarTribe memberships right now are $20 or $200 a year. $20 a month or $200 a year. I'm boosting the prices up on the 1st of March to $30 and $300. So, if you want to become a member of WarTribe now, do join up because the rates will not apply. The rate hike will not apply to you if you join now. Simply go to www.thewartribe.com and become a member at this moment. I'm going to put that in the chat. It's an amazing group of dudes where we talk to each other a lot. And I also do webinars on Sundays where I sit with you guys for 2 hours, 2.5 hours last weekend. And we talk about fixing some shit in your life to make you a better man. It's also a forum, and we have a text group. Pretty good stuff. Anyway, with that said, please do go and check that out. Get on the mailing list. The link is it's going to be in the description on YouTube after I'm done here. And if you feel froggy, please do donate to the channel. All the links are in the description. Don't be a lazy shit. Go and check them out. With that said, I'm going to go on... Actually, I think it's coming up here in a second. I'm going on Masculine Geek, I think, in a couple minutes. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a little bit later. I forget. But I'm going to be on that show. So, do go and stop over there. And, yeah, that's it. See you guys tomorrow, 4:30. Adios.